What's up, guys? In today's episode, I go over, once again, the Paul Reed Smith MT15. And of course, I'm hoping that the MT100 comes out sooner than later. Stay tuned. What is up, party people in the house? And yes, I was just listening to Lottie Dottie. It's your boy, Louie Torres, and today we are going over the Paul Reed Smith MT15. And this guy has such a bad rap with 12AX7 preamp tubes having issues, whether it's V1, V2, along with it being noisy, and then some noise gates don't work well in the front, and some only work in the effects loop, and vice versa. So it's one of those things where, you know, listen, they're amplifiers, and they literally make thousands of them. So there's bound to have, or to be, some amps that have issues here and there. I bought mine used for $500 from a guitarist locally, and lucky enough, the only thing it really had was a noise issue. And I have beaten that with my high wind amplification phalanx noise gate. So aside from that, and you have to keep in mind that the MT15, you know, for all of you guys that have this amp, you already know the deal. For those who are thinking about it, you have to keep in mind that it's basically voiced around the Bogner Uberschall and the Mesa rectifier. So is it like either one or the other? It's not. It kind of is. It's kind of like its own little flavor, but it's in that ballpark. And totally, if you go ahead and slap your favorite pedals on there, you're going to absolutely love it. I'm going to be using, again, my high wind phalanx noise gate. And the only other pedal I'm using is my Boss SD1. And a huge shout out to Chad out in Michigan for kind of hounding me for a while that I should get the SD1, which is the Super Overdrive. Yo, that thing is an absolute killer of a pedal. For $50 new, $30 used. I think I paid $35 with shipping. I'm going to be using my 1991 ESP M2 Custom, and this one has the Seymour Duncan Nazgul, brought to you in part by my boy D'Lo Roman down in South Carolina, who is just like, yo, I have this pickup, you want it? I'm like, yes. Dude, absolute killer pedal pickup ever, so definitely grab one if you get the chance. So again, Paul Reed Smith, you can't even see it, Jesus. That's it up there. So if you guys remember, I actually had a full stack there, so you guys never get to see my space, but to my left, your right, is my office. And in there, that's where I work. That's where I watch the market. That's where I do everything. And I actually have the Marshall 412A cabinet in there. And I'm actually running my more, tube engine with the Kraken preamp, which is an absolute beast out of that Marshall. So I have that over there. It's not gone. I have Mesa cabinets. I have Randall cabinets. I have more Marshall cabinets over on this side. I just can't put it all, but I basically have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, plus a half stack in my office, which is funny. The life of a crazy hoarder is basically what it is. All right, guys. So I'm going to be running this. And again, if you have a Paul Reed Smith MT15 and you're not using a noise gate and you find that it's noisy, you need a noise gate, and you can't use the Boss NS2 because that kind of chokes your tone It does. You know, if you're using an NS2, you know it does. It does. And the high wind doesn't. So let's go to the videotape. Okay, guys, I am going to be running out of my Mesa 412. I literally have a long cable that runs everywhere and into my 2 notes captor. That way I can get the, I guess, the best tone because I'm cranking the volume a bit more because it's negative 20 dB. And then from the 2 notes captor, it runs out to my Mesa 412 cabinet with Celestion V30s. So let's have a listen, and hopefully it sounds good on your end, because Lord only knows you can't bust my chops because I'm playing dadcore and I'm terrible at miking. So let's have a listen. So there you guys have it. Listen, we're all anticipating that MT100 to come out at some point. You know, clearly 2020 was kind of one of those wah wah kind of years. But it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's nothing that we were able to do. So maybe the end of 2021, maybe we'll all wake up Christmas morning and be like, oh snap, look what's under that tree. What? That looks like an MT100. Probably not, you know, wishful thinking, right? Because we kind of don't have luck like that. Some of us do, most don't. But I'm hoping that the, you know, MT100 comes out at some point. It seems like it'll have the flavoring, at least, of the MT15. Clearly, it's going to be significantly louder. But hopefully it won't have all these little issues regarding noise, regarding preamp tubes that have issues where some tubes are just exploding or fuses are just blowing. Literally, dude, I know guys that got their amp right out of the box with the fuse blown. I don't know how that even happened, but then they went and plugged it in again and the fuse blew again. And so they basically got something that they had to return, and thankful enough, a lot of guys ended up getting it from shops that were okay taking the head back and literally issuing brand spanking new ones all over again. So Or yeah, listen, down in the comments, let me know if you are waiting for the MT100. And then here's the one thing. Do you think it's going to look fly as fuck, or do you think it's going to look stupid and hair metal-ish circa 1983? You know, I kind of feel like the MT15 was this close to, you know, being very close to not being my style. You know what I mean? So I'm hoping that it doesn't have the same kind of weird space age kind of uh, top casing, which is the metal part that has all the holes on it. It has the 3 stripes on the side. And, you know, it's kind of just, it's gimmicky. You know what I mean? Like, I look at that, you know, I have a sea of amps, and then I look at the Paul Reed's 15, the MT15, and I'm just like, wah, it's like a little gimmicky kind of thing, like something you'd buy your 12-year-old son and be like, enjoy, my man. You know, it's the equivalent of the Gorilla amps that we had as kids. So hopefully, guys, you went ahead and listened to this and will consider either getting an MT15, because it's legit brutal. It's brutal. Like, no joke. I don't know. You know, I have to go ahead and listen to this and make sure that it sounded okay on your end. Sometimes I'm just like, I don't feel like doing it over. You know, I don't do this for a living. You know, this is just, you know, I just do it just to entertain myself and to entertain all of you guys. So, but again, let me know in the comments below if you're looking to get the MT100, if you're anticipating the EVH, what is it? 5150. What is it called? What? I know you guys are saying it right now. Oh man, what is it called? The EVH 5150. Ah, dude, someone write the name down below. It basically, EVH is redoing it's exactly like the EVA, the PV 5150 from the early 90s. I'm sure it's probably going to be, I hope, more like a 5152 or 6505 plus than the 5150, but the iconic, that's what it is. So EVH is going to come out with the 5150 iconic, which again is going to look just like the PV 5150. You know, black top, silver face, you know, so, you know, let me know if there's another amp that you're anticipating. I know Kyle Rhodes, KSR, they're coming out with a boatload of new amps and options. Like, I have the KSR PA50, but apparently they're debating if they should have a rack version of it, which would be sick and would look golden in my rack systems there and there. So let me know down below. Guys, thank you so much for watching. You guys are the best. Again, we have broken 1 million views, which is crazy. Yo, seriously, like, I'm kind of stupid. I'm not stupid. I'm just kind of silly at times. But 1 million views, yo, that's 1 million people who are just like, either I hate Lewis or I love that guy. So guys, hit the subscribe button if you haven't, jerk. For all you guys, my OGs and everyone that subscribed, thank you so much. You guys are the best. Thank you. And as usual, I will talk to you guys soon. Wow, I talked a lot in this episode. Hi, yeah.